Yo, what is up everybody and welcome to the channel. Today we're about to embark on a visual journey that'll have you booking plane tickets faster than you can say mountaintop. We're talking about a travel guide to the top 10 mountains on Earth, with the absolute most stunning, breathtaking, jaw-dropping views you've ever seen in your life. And the best part, you don't have to be a hardcore mountaineer to appreciate these bad boys. We're gonna explore everything from iconic peaks that pierce the sky to hidden gems tucked away in remote corners of the world. So buckle up, smash that like button, and let's get right into it. First up, we're heading straight to South America, to a place where three countries collide. I'm talking about Mount Roraima, smack dab in the middle of Venezuela, Brazil, and Guyana. This is not your average mountain, guys. Imagine a massive plateau, like a giant table, just chilling in the sky. This thing is a natural fortress, with sheer cliffs that rise thousands of feet from the jungle floor. It's so unique, so isolated, that it's home to a bunch of plants and animals you won't find anywhere else on Earth. Now, the real magic happens when you reach the top. You're literally walking on clouds, surrounded by these crazy rock formations, waterfalls cascading into the abyss, and views that stretch on forever. Sir Arthur Conan Doyle, the dude who wrote Sherlock Holmes, even used Roraima as the inspiration for his novel The Lost World. This place is pure magic, and it's a must-see for any adventurer out there. Next up, we're hopping continents and heading over to Europe, to the highest peak in the Alps, Mont Blanc. This majestic beast straddles the border of France and Italy, and it's a haven for outdoor enthusiasts. We're talking world-class skiing in the winter, challenging climbs in the summer, and breathtaking views all year round. Now, Mont Blanc itself is a sight to behold, but if you want the absolute best view, you gotta head to the Aiguille du Midi. This needle-sharp peak is connected to Mont Blanc by cable car. And let me tell you, the ride up is an adventure in itself. But once you're at the top, man, it's game over. You're standing at over 12,000 feet, staring out at a sea of jagged peaks that stretch as far as the eye can see. Whether you're a seasoned climber or just looking for an unforgettable experience, Mont Blanc needs to be on your bucket list. Alright guys, for our next stop, we're heading to the Himalayas, home to some of the tallest and most impressive mountains on the planet. But first up, we gotta talk about Dablam. Now this mountain might not be the tallest in the Himalayas, but what it lacks in height, it more than makes up for in sheer beauty. Seriously, this thing looks like it was sculpted by the gods themselves. It's got this perfect pyramid shape with these dramatic ridges and ice flutings that's earned it the nickname the Matterhorn of the Himalayas. And speaking of views, the best way to see Dablam in all its glory is from the legendary Tengboche Monastery. This ancient monastery is perched high on a ridge, offering these insane panoramic views of the surrounding peaks, including Everest herself. It's a truly spiritual experience, and one that'll stay with you long after you've left the Himalayas. Next up, we're heading to the rugged and unforgiving landscape of Patagonia, at the southern tip of South America. But even among these giants, Mount Fitzroy stands tall, literally. This mountain is famous for its jagged peaks, sheer granite walls, and a reputation for being one of the most technically challenging climbs in the world. But you don't have to be a hardcore climber to appreciate the beauty of Fitzroy. The best views are actually from the trails around El Chaltén, a small village that's become a mecca for hikers and climbers. Imagine waking up before dawn, hiking through ancient forests and glacial lakes, and then, boom, Fitzroy explodes into view, bathed in the golden light of sunrise. It's enough to make you question if you're still on planet Earth. Trust me guys, Fitzroy is worth the trek. From the rugged peaks of Patagonia, we're switching gears and heading to the vibrant city of Cape Town, South Africa. Cape Town is home to Table Mountain, a flat-topped behemoth that dominates the city skyline and offers some of the most unique views on Earth. Imagine this. You're standing on top of this massive plateau, with the sprawling cityscape of Cape Town spread out before you. To your left, the Atlantic Ocean crashes against the shore, while to your right, you can see Robben Island, the former prison that once held Nelson Mandela. And the best part? You don't have to climb a mountain to experience this. Table Mountain has a cable car that whisks you right to the top, so you can spend less time hiking and more time soaking in those panoramic views. For our next adventure, we're traveling to the land of the rising sun, Japan, to witness the iconic beauty of Mount Fuji. This majestic volcano, with its perfectly symmetrical cone, has been a source of artistic inspiration and spiritual significance for centuries. Mount Fuji seems to radiate a sense of peace and tranquility, whether it's capped with snow in the winter or surrounded by cherry blossoms in the spring. Now for the best view of Fujisan, as the locals call it, you gotta head to the Chureito Pagoda. This 5-story pagoda, nestled on a hillside overlooking Fujiyoshida City, offers one of the most photographed views in all of Japan. Imagine this, a bright red pagoda framed by lush greenery with Mount Fuji towering majestically in the background. It's like stepping into a postcard. Head down to Lake Kawaguchi and you'll witness the iconic peak reflected perfectly in the still waters, creating a scene of almost surreal beauty. Next up, we're heading back to North America, to the rugged and unforgiving wilderness of Alaska, home to Denali, the highest peak in all of North America. This massive mountain, rising over 20,000 feet above sea level, is known for its extreme weather conditions, massive glaciers, and the sheer challenge it presents to even the most experienced climbers. But the reward for braving the elements is a glimpse of some of the most awe-inspiring scenery on the planet. Imagine this. You're soaring above the clouds in a bush plain, the vast Alaskan wilderness spread out beneath you like a wrinkled green carpet. And then you see it, Denali, piercing the heavens, its snowy peak bathed in the golden light of the setting sun. Even if you don't summit Denali, just being in its presence is an experience in itself. Get your hiking boots ready because we're heading to Africa, to the land of savannas, wildlife, and the tallest freestanding mountain in the world, Mount Kilimanjaro. This majestic volcano, rising over 19,000 feet above the plains of Tanzania, is a true icon of Africa, and a bucket list destination for adventurers and nature lovers alike. As you ascend its slopes, you'll pass through multiple climatic zones, from lush rainforests teeming with life, to barren, almost lunar landscapes near the summit. But the real magic happens when you reach Uhuru Peak, the highest point on Kilimanjaro. Standing on the roof of Africa, with the clouds swirling beneath your feet and the sun rising over the endless plains, is an experience that is both humbling and exhilarating. It's a reminder of the vastness of our planet, and the incredible experiences that await those who dare to explore it. Get ready to be transported to a land of chocolate box villages, lush meadows, and towering peaks because we're heading to Switzerland, home to the most iconic mountain of them all, the Matterhorn. Seriously, this mountain is so recognizable, so instantly associated with Switzerland, that it's practically a brand in itself. The Matterhorn's distinctive pyramid shape, its sheer rock faces, and its position towering over the village of Zermatt make it one of the most photographed mountains in the world. But the Matterhorn isn't just about looks. It's also a symbol of human endeavor and the pursuit of the seemingly impossible. For centuries, this mountain was considered unclimbable, its sheer walls a challenge to even the most experienced mountaineers. But in 1865, a team of climbers led by Edward Whymper finally conquered the Matterhorn, etching their names in mountaineering history. Today you can experience the magic of the Matterhorn for yourself, even without attempting the climb. We've saved the best for last, folks. For our final destination, we're heading to the Himalayas once again, but this time we're aiming for the top of the world, Mount Everest. This behemoth, standing at a staggering 29,029 feet above sea level, needs no introduction. Summiting Everest is no walk in the park. It's a grueling, physically and mentally demanding challenge that pushes even the most experienced climbers to their absolute limits. But even if you're not planning on joining the ranks of Everest summiteers, you can still experience the magic of this incredible mountain. Trekking to Everest Base Camp is an adventure in itself, taking you through some of the most breathtaking scenery on the planet. Towering peaks, cascading glaciers, and Sherpa villages steeped in tradition. Imagine standing at the foot of the world's highest peak, surrounded by fellow adventurers from all corners of the globe, the air thin and crisp, the sound of prayer flags flapping in the wind. So there you have it, guys. The top 10 mountains in the world with views that will blow your mind. From the tabletop wonders of Mount Roraima to the iconic peak of Mount Everest, these mountains are a testament to the power, beauty, and sheer diversity of our planet. If this video inspired even a tiny bit of wanderlust in you, do me a favor and hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for more travel inspiration. Until next time, keep exploring, keep dreaming, and I'll see you in the next adventure. Peace out!